How to have balance while being in college. This weekend I feel like I really was honing in on the balance aspect of college, and I really haven't focused on academics at all, but there's a reason why. I am setting myself up for success because today and tomorrow I'm going to spend all day basically doing all the schoolwork that I would have, I could have been doing when I was hanging out with my friends. And I want to give some tips and tricks on how I've learned to have balance in college, because college is not just about your grades, but you can't also say it's not about your grades at all. Like, you should be balancing your career, your grades, your goals, as well as a social life and having fun. So something I do that really helps is I plan my weeks out a week in advance on my calendar. I made a video. I put everything I'm doing for the week in my Google Calendar and my Notion, and then every day I have tasks that I am gonna get done, and I include my plans with my friends on those tasks. When I can see it in my calendar format, for some people that might be too rigid, but I don't necessarily follow strictly to it, but making sure that I have enough time for everything I'm doing by putting it in my calendar helps me a little bit. I also use a homework tracker so I can see all my assignments and when my tests and exams and papers are coming up, so I can balance what I'm doing. So, for example, this week is not a big homework week for me. I don't have a lot of little things I have to do, but I have 3 big things I have to do. I have a paper, I have an exam, and I have a speech. So that's how I knew I don't necessarily need to be blocking off time for homework. I just need to be blocking off a good portion of time to study, a portion of time to edit my paper because I've already written it, which is really helpful for the weekend, and then also a portion of my time to write my speech and practice it. I also am a multitasker, and some people say you shouldn't do that, but I do that and it helps me out a lot. So for example, I have a class where he just talks, but nobody really listens. That's not kind, but it's just kind of a class where you only need to be paying attention when he is doing something actively that is worth a grade, because he just likes to yap, basically. So I actually was doing the homework for his class during lecture, and I do that every week. And it just makes it so because he is a class where I have a lot of homework, and I was able to get all my homework done that would have been due tonight during his class on Thursday, so that I could focus on studying today. Another thing about balance is not just about balancing school and your social life, it's about balancing every aspect of your life. And so I, on my calendar, have my parts of my life sectioned off. So I have social, if I'm hanging out with my friends, personal, fitness, faith, school. And I put that category in Jack, but I put that